it's Christy. I thought I would do a different video for you today. I thought I'd do an introduction to my desk. I am one of those crafters who really needs to have the essentials right on hand. The items that I use on pretty much every card need to be within arm's reach. Otherwise, I just get frustrated and card making becomes too time consuming. So to make things easier on myself, I really need to have what I feel are the essentials nearby. So I thought I'd give you a glimpse at what all that is. So the number one tool in my craft room, my favorite tool, is this ultimate pen storage system that sits directly in front of me. It's made by Crafter's Companion, and I have a video on my channel. It's an older video. I had much less markers at that time, so it's a much smaller system, but I show you exactly how to put it together and take it apart and reconfigure it and all that. So if you're interested in that at all, please go check out that video. There's lots of information there. But since then, I've got the complete set of Spectrum Noir markers, so I have built up my collection, and this is the configuration that works best for me. And I just love having these markers right on hand. I can grab them real quick. I'm sure you hear me doing that during videos a lot of the times. They're just all right there, easy to grab, easy to access. And like I said, that's my number one favorite tool. I don't know how I could live without it. So really, really happy to have that right there. And that is one thing that even after I move and set up my new craft room, that will be the number one thing that I put back in place, you know, right there. So panning a little bit to the right, tucked back in here is where I have my roll of dimensional foam tape. This is Scotch 3M tape. You guys have seen me use that on lots of cards. I use it on almost every card, so that's another essential. Right next to that, I have tucked in my Spectrum Noir color chart. I use that on every card as well because I like to match my coloring to my pattern paper, so I just have that tucked there. I do have plans eventually to make a new one and laminate it and keep it nice because it does get kind of bent and stuff over time, but I've been using that sheet for years and it's worked well for me. So next to that, I have my Martha Stewart mini scoreboard, which I use quite often, so that's tucked in there as well. And then behind that, I have all my little memento dewdrops and little mini ink pads in that little basket there. And panning a little bit to the right, I have this storage system. This is one of the ones that Jennifer McGuire recommends on her channel. I have this always right there handy, and it works for a variety of purposes for me. For the front, this is where I store all my cardstock. You know, when you cut down a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, if you're making a standard size card, it makes 2. So I always stick the extra cardstock right there in front, so I have extras on hand when I'm in a hurry and I need to make a card. I can choose one of those already pre-scored and folded cards, or if I need a different color, I can go ahead and make a new one. Behind that, I have stamp sets that need to be used. These are new stamps that I've just taken out of the packaging and stored in my Avery L Stamp storage pockets. And you can see there how I have them. I have the dies tucked behind on these magnetic storage sheets. I also have a video on how I do all that, how I set it up, what label maker I use, what magnetic storage sheets I use, and all that. So you can check that out if you're interested. But I keep these here so that I remember to use them. After I've used them a couple of times, then I go ahead and tuck them in with my regular stamp storage. So, and in the back I also have just some other products that need to be used. So those are just keep on the top of my mind. So panning to the left, I have quite a bit more things on the left because I am left-handed. So most of my tools and things are over here. I have one of these storage bin things here, and that keeps my tape runner, my rulers, my regular Cutter Bee scissors, and my ribbon scissors, my little craft knife there. I have my paint brushes, my embossing tool, my memento tuxedo black marker, you know, for covering the edges of your cutout images, or for correcting any images that didn't stamp out properly. Here I've got some glue dots and some Burt's Bees because it is quite dry here in the northwestern PA. Right here I've got some Gamsol in a little jar with a sponge, so that if I need to color with my pencils. I've got some Mayards twine that I use quite a bit. I've got my post-it tape for taping my dies into place when I'm die cutting out an image that I've colored. I've got some Fun Flock that doesn't belong here. I guess that just needs to be put away. And then I've got one of these spinny tools that keeps, you know, all my glues and markers and pencils and things like that. Other tools that need to be used right there. Right there I have a speaker system that I plug my iPhone into so that I can listen to music. And behind that you can see my ink pads. Those are mostly pigment inks, as well as some black dye inks. Most of my dye inks are those little cubes that I showed you earlier. And above that I have a bulletin board where I keep cards from friends that mean a lot to me. So anyway, that is pretty much my desk setup. So I hope that helped you out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.